Hey friends, welcome to Daybird Aviaries. I'm Robert. I'm the bird master here. I have something to say. Imagine that. There seems to be a lot of people making videos lately on YouTube giving their opinion about whether or not you should panic buy chickens. And I'm going to give my opinion also. I have this cute little guy with me. This is one of the white-crested blue Polish chicks that we have here. They're going to be a beautiful gray color. I have 3 of these. I have 2 that are black. They're going to be a beautiful gray color, and then they're going to have this poof come off the top of their head that's white. And they're beautiful, beautiful birds. Now, I have had these before, about 20 years ago, and they are very calm birds, mostly because they can't see when the feathers grow down in there. Are you just poopied on me? Mostly they're calm because they can't see when the feathers grow down into their eyes. But they're wonderful layers. They lay an egg every day, it seems. White eggs, but they're kind of small compared to like a Rhode Island Red or a Barred Rock or an Orpington or even a Leghorn egg. But I just wanted to show this guy off. So yeah, in a nutshell, I have 2 things to say about panic buying chickens. Number 1, you should not do it. Number 2, you absolutely should do it. She's one of my favorites. She's a silky, but she's also a frizzle. You can see her feathers poof up and kind of go backwards. They curl up and go back towards her head. She has a poof on her head also. Not as big as what a Polish chicken would have. But she's really pretty. She has eyeballs under there. And she has a beard, a bearded lady. Now, I'm going to call some names. That's okay. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to gain. We have people on YouTube, like Justin Rhodes, and they say, starve chickens. Chickens are easy. And if they die, it's just a chicken. Meaning you're not out hundreds or thousands of dollars as if a cow died. And the chicken is easy to bury, to dispose of, I suppose. Easier than a cow. Then you have people like Patera at Appalachia's Homestead who makes a video screaming at you, do not panic buy a chicken. Do not go out and buy a chicken if you're not prepared for it. And they're kind of both right. As much as I hate to say it, because the chicken's life is not disposable, but it is used as an entryway, if it were, to larger livestock. But they are exceptionally easy to keep compared to most anything else that you could keep on a homestead or even just as a pet. Daniel, my middle son, he's almost 16. He's the one with autism. He and I had a conversation about 2 weeks ago, and he said, you know, Dad, I think everybody should keep chickens. I said, why is that? Because it took me by surprise, because he typically doesn't like chickens. He would tell you, I don't like chickens. I don't like birds either. He prefers rabbits and kitty cats and gerbils. But he said, if you could keep a cat or a dog alive, then you could keep a chicken alive. And the chicken gives you breakfast. And that's absolutely true. You know, you could set up a chicken coop with automatic watering and fill up an automatic feeder once a week. And other than checking on the chickens every day just to make sure that they're okay and to gather your eggs, there's really not much to do except for about an hour or 2 on the weekends to refill the water bucket and refill the food bucket and to do general repairs and cleaning on the coop. So chickens are extremely simple. Patera's also right, and Holly at the Red Shed, she made a video also saying, don't panic buy chickens, and I understand. Don't, where you going, sweetie? Don't bring home something you're not prepared for. Don't bring home baby chicks that you're not prepared for. My encouragement, what are you trying to snuggle me? She's trying to get up under my neck. My encouragement to you, my admonition to you is to get prepared. Be prepared for them. Go ahead, make preparations right now, and go out and get your chicks while you can still get chicks. All the feed stores are selling out just as quickly as they can get them in. The hatcheries have back orders and wait lists and out of stocks on everything. If you can get a chicken right now, get a chicken. 2 months ago, I posted on Facebook that I had numerous chickens that were no longer necessary for my breeding programs, and I was trying to sell them. And it was right after Christmas, and it was still cold and wet and rainy, and I get that. Nobody wanted those chickens. I ended up giving a whole flock of little silkies to a friend of ours just because they had some off color, you know, beautiful black silkies, but had some leakage in their hackle feathers. And I gave them all to her, and she just loves them, and they lay eggs for her every day, and they are her pets, and her grandbabies love them. They're nice, calm chickens, you know. What other pet provides breakfast for you other than a chicken or, you know, a similar farm bird, maybe a duck or a quail? Or a turkey, actually. Our turkey is laying lots of eggs right now, one a day. Do not bring home something that you're not prepared for, obviously. But make preparations for it and go and get them right now, absolutely, positively, just as soon as you can. Depending on where you live, you may need an insulated, heated barn. There's wind blowing. I don't know if you can hear that. You may need an insulated, heated barn if you live in Minnesota or Wyoming. Here where I live in central Alabama, about an hour away from Birmingham, kind of in between Birmingham and Atlanta, a chain link dog kennel with a tarp over the top and 2 or 3 sides during the winter is plenty to keep chickens. They are very resilient and forgiving animals. You just want to snuggle, don't you, sweetie? I'll just let her snuggle right here. They are very easy to keep. Like Daniel said, if you can keep a cat or a dog alive, you can keep chickens alive. If you have a household of 3 or 4 or more people in your household, and you're cooking from scratch like you should be, cooking real meals in your kitchen, chopping up vegetables, you're going to produce enough kitchen scraps every day that you can just about feed your chickens for free from the leftovers and the scraps from your kitchen. So the cost is negligible as far as daily upkeep for 4 or 5 hens in your backyard. I would caution you, do not get a cheap little cute chicken coop from Tractor Supply or somewhere like that. Order it off the internet. Those little things are $400 and $500, and they look cute. They look like a little dollhouse, but they're going to fall apart. If you need something substantial, build something substantial. If you live in a climate where a dog kennel will work, you know, something 10 by 10 chain link dog kennel, then by all means do that. We would have more trouble here in the South with the lack of ventilation in a cooped up chicken house than we would from cold weather during the winter and them getting cold. Look at that adorable little face. She's looking straight at the camera right now. That's her little beak. Look at that. Just love these little birds. Well, that's really all I'm going to say. I could ramble on this subject for hours and hours. My wife's standing behind the camera. She's nodding her head. She told me not to make this video because I was going to make somebody mad. And if I did, I apologize. You know, I have an opinion, and my opinion counts just like everyone else's opinion counts. I think you should get chickens, but I think you should be prepared for chickens ahead of time. I think every household with a backyard, anywhere in the world, not just America, anywhere, any household with a backyard should keep chickens. And honestly, if you don't have a big backyard and you can't keep chickens, not even some little bantams, then get some Coturnix quail. Keep them in a bird cage in your living room. They're going to lay plenty of eggs for you to supplement your diet and provide for your family. Times are uncertain right now. If you're watching this video 5 years into the future, greetings from the past. This is the middle of April, and good gosh, how old am I? It is the year 2020, not 19 anything, the middle of April, and you know the trying not to use those words. You know what is happening right now in the world. A pandemic. Can I say pandemic? You need to grow a garden and you need to get chickens right now, this week, tomorrow, immediately. Don't wait. Don't panic buy, but be in a panic and make preparations and be prepared immediately. If you live in the United States and you're getting a stimulus check from the government because of this pandemic, use some of that money to build a chicken coop. Use some of that money to buy chickens, whatever chicken it is that you can find. If you can get baby chicks and you're prepared with a brooder for baby chicks, then by all means do that. If you can find somebody willing to sell you an adult chicken, then do that. Like I said, I had chickens 3 months ago that I was trying to sell. I ended up giving them away. I have people offering me $50 and $75 per hen right now. And you know, if I just had common Barred Rocks or Rhode Island Reds, I might consider selling some of those. But my breeding stock of like my Swart Honas right now are just, they're worth more than that to me. So I'm going to hang on to them. But people are in a panic and they're going crazy and they're buying up everything that they can buy. My son Jonathan works at the local independently owned feed store just 3 miles down the road that way. They got in 100 Easter egger chicks last Thursday. They sold them all within 3 hours. It was just amazing. I wanted to go and get a dozen of them myself. They sold them all before lunch. It was unbelievable. They're getting in 700 baby chickens tomorrow, and I'm going to be standing in line. I'll take you along for that. You'll see a video about that soon. I'm going to close now. God bless you. Bye-bye. Daniela asked me if she could take that chicken into the house and just turn it loose in the living room. Hi.